NFL Tuesday, we've got a big Raiders-Lions game. Weird, fun sort of game, right? Because the Raiders can be a bit of a slog, but the Lions can be awesome. One of those who makes them awesome is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's been a bit sick over the weekend, so he's got the dreaded Q next to his name when you're playing fantasy. Just saying, no one cares. But at the same time, I am very close to notching my second win of the season in the NFL Australia Legends League. Ooh. Brutal gear. Brutal. I need him to step up. But over 60 receiving yards and an anytime touchdown for Amon-Ra. He's the number one target, obviously, for our man, Jared Goff. $2.40. I love that. He's not gone below 56 yards all year. He's actually topped 100 in 4 of his 6 games as well. So as long as he's good to go, he should be fine to snag a few catches, get the yards under his belt. Over 78.5 is his over-under. That only goes up to 287, so I'll probably just play it a little bit safer and go with the 60 and go from there. The other one is the Raiders' run defense stinks. So we're going to go the rookie, Jahmyr Gibbs, over 70.5 rushing yards and anytime touchdown. That's actually around $2.40, $2.50, depending on where you're looking. And I like that a little bit more because it's not going too crazy with the rushing yards, but he should definitely get in. I'm going to talk about that again later in best bets. But my favorite one for basketball tomorrow, NBA, Stats Guy. It's your extreme zinger meal, man.
Oh, I love him.
Zinger burger. Mr. Zinger goes to Washington. It's the extreme zinger meal. Kristaps Porzingis going against his old team. As long as he's playing, you never know with the zinger. But once these markets open up for tomorrow's NBA games for the players, they tend to do so a little bit later in the day, obviously. I'd be looking at 4+ made threes for the zinger. They have 0 size on that Washington team, apart from Dan Gafford. And Gafford's perimeter defense in terms of big men, just when you've already got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday, Derek White, just keep rattling off names.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot. So I think Zinger gets loose for 4+ threes. You probably go the 25 points, I reckon, for Zinger, and 8+ rebounds. And I reckon I'll be feeling pretty good about that one for tomorrow. Just a quick check up on Friday's player props as well. Tatum, 30 versus Miami didn't happen because they were just sort of sharing it a little bit more, and Derek White went off instead.
Jimmy White, yeah.
Jimmy Butler did nothing. The 25 and 5 is what we were looking for. He didn't even get the 20. And SGA versus the Bulls, cash, 30+. Absolutely smashed that one. So
nice.
Thank you. Because he had a stinker of a game the next game, but he was awesome against the Bulls. So thank you, SGA. Alex, what are you looking at for your player props?
Yeah, having a look at Elise Villani to top score for the Hobart Hurricanes tonight against the Sydney Thunder in the Women's Big Bash. She scored 39 last game and got the Canes over the line against the Strikers, which was their first win of the season. She's a little bit older now, but having retired from international cricket. But she has scored over 3,000 Big Bash runs and averages over 30 throughout her career. She opens the batting for the Canes, gives us the best chance to cash in. She only needs a top score for her team. And at $3.75, I am all over that, given this Canes team, no offense to them, they're not great.
That's giving them offense, I'm just saying. Like, you say it before that you're not giving them offense and then offend them, it's still offensive. You understand that?
They know it. They know they're bad.
They're from Hobart.
Again, that's very offensive. Hobart, you've been there. It's lovely.
It actually is.
It is very really nice. Underrated.
Those markets on a Saturday. Oh, boy. Salmonaka. Oh.
Why are you dunking on it?
Because it's just an easy layup, like dunking on the fact that Brentford have won more games at Stamford Bridge since April this year than Chelsea.
Oh, I was waiting for that one.
Yep, that was a good one because I actually have another mate who's Chelsea, and it's like, I've heard this stat on the
it was very funny that a co-worker of ours, Phil, had actually liked the tweet, which brought it to my attention.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to Phil.
All right, stats guy.
Back to the Cricket World Cup. Afghanistan taking on Sri Lanka tonight. Kusal Mendis, he's been really good form for Sri Lanka. He probably dropped off the last couple of matches, but he did have 122 against Pakistan and 76 against South Africa to start off the tournament. So he's still in decent form. He's having a great year in the one-day format, averaging 46 runs just in this year alone, and averages 38 runs against Afghanistan. Very attacking player. I think he's going to make a few runs here against not the best Afghanistan guy going around. This Afghanistan side as well, they rely on their spinners, but Mendes loves to play against spin. So I think he's going to have a big game. Over 31.5 runs is his over-under, $1.83, which I still don't understand that line and those odds there, but 50+ runs I'm going to go for as well. $2.75, not too bad as well.
I found it weird that you were taking shots at all of the Afghanistan side there. It's like, not good blokes, basically, says Stats
Oh,
Guy.
I think they're great blokes. You got Rashid Khan, great celebrator, but they rely on him and Uraman and their spinners like that. So I don't trust them in this game. Sri Lanka they've been competitive every game and they've been all right. So I think they're going to smash them.
Disappointment in the World Cup, Stats Guy, Pakistan or England?
Oh, definitely England, because they're the self-proclaimed white ball specialist for the last, at least 5 years. So
they're big champions.
Yeah,
reigning champions as well.
5-time reigning champion.
Yeah.
Ashes winners, moral
Ashes.
Winners.
Yeah, it's got to be England, because we've seen Pakistan. I was on Pakistan, but they always drop off. They're either really high or really low, whereas England have been up there for long time, and it's good to see that they're not now.
I mean, Pakistan have just been beaten in 2 of their games as well. You flip the results, they're 4-2, and it doesn't look as bad.
They can still make it, I think.
I don't know.
It'd be tough, yeah.
I think it'd be very tough, wouldn't it? Because they're 2-4.
Yeah, but if they beat Bangladesh, Kiwis, and England, well, I suppose that gets them at 5-4.
Actually, it makes it tough.
This tournament just goes on for too long.
It's way too long.
To be honest, I'm not going to complain. It's just always on. This is great.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm all for lengthening every season.
That's why you like American sports.
I was about to say, Stats Guy's going to be happy because I just saw that there's another EPL international window coming up in a couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, we've spent too much. I don't want us to spend any more.
In about 3 weeks, there's another one. Well, there's a break in the EPL in 3 weeks, so sick.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.